This is Physical Science Physics, Unit 1P, Lesson 4, the Hot Wheels Track Lab. We have right over here the Hot Wheels Track Lab set up, and we have two tracks. The two tracks are, we have a 25-degree angle track, and then we have a 35-degree angle track. Both tracks have a starting line up here that is marked, and then you go down the track. When you get to the other end, the finish line is 150 centimeters. We have a photo gate set up at the 140 centimeter mark and one at the 160 centimeter mark. When something goes through that gate, you'll see that little red light there go off. Here's our little car. You see that light goes off. When it goes through the second one, the second light will go off, and then we will get a reading over here. In this one, and this is not going to be close to what we do here, but it shows that it took 5.1119 seconds to get there. If we clear that, okay, and I take the car and I start it from here, and this time we get a reading of 0.0866 seconds. That is how long it took the car to get from the 140 centimeter mark to the 160 centimeter mark. That's important because if we divide that number, it's 20 centimeters between those. We would get an average speed, which is your final velocity of the car running down the track at the 150 centimeter mark. So you take that number that we got and divide it by 20, and that is your final velocity. Now, we are going to use a number of things to do this. We will use a Hot Wheels car. We will use the car. We will use the car with 3 pennies on it. We'll tape 3 pennies on there and run it. We will then use some steel ball bearings. We will use a large glass marble and a small glass marble. We will run each of those down the 25-degree angle and the 35-degree angle. After you get all of those finished, we have to remember the track's 150 centimeters long, start to finish. The photo gates are 20 centimeters apart. We talked about that. And the speed is calculated traveling in seconds. The starting line is up here. That's the initial velocity when you start down the track. The initial velocity is always, in all of our cases, 0 centimeters per second. We come down the track, and then we want to know the average speed at the 150 centimeter finish line from the starting point, which was 0. To calculate terminal velocity, that's the V with the T on it, the photo gate time divided by 20. The initial velocity is always 0, and then to calculate average velocity, you add those two together. The little I up here is this one. So your initial velocity is always 0. You're going to add the terminal velocity, which is what you have at the end, divide that by 2, and that's going to give you your average velocity. Average velocity is delta. The triangle is the Greek symbol for delta, and that means the average. Now, to calculate a hand-timed speed, we also are going to use a stopwatch, and it will not be as accurate, but we are going to do that. To calculate the hand-timed average speed, and this is average, SP is for speed, delta speed, you take 150 centimeters, divide that by the stopwatch reading, and that will give you your centimeters in second. You'll need to do that for each one of the objects that we run down the track. Now, for example, if the car goes 150 centimeters from a dead stop on the 25-degree track in 1.23 seconds, and that's what we got with one of our readings, what's the speed of the car? 150 divided by 1.23 is 121.951 centimeters per second. There is also, you're going to do this for each object at both of the track readings at 25 degrees and 35 degrees. There are a couple places where it asks you to convert from centimeters per second to miles per hour. You are going to multiply the centimeters per second that you have by this number, 0.022. When you multiply that, it will give you miles per hour. You'll do that for each one of the readings. At the end of this video, I will take a video of the sheet that we did. We ran the lab for you. So we ran all these down there and got numbers, and we will put that in there. You'll use those to answer the lab questions. And there is a quiz at the end. So, good luck, and if you have any problems, why, give us a text or an email, and we will see you.